ELA 12, Unit 5, Grammar Lesson 9, Adverbs. Adverbs are words that describe or modify a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. So they tell how something happened, when, where, how much. So here's an example here. Shani said she really wanted. The verb here is wanted. The word that describes how much she wanted is really. That's an adverb describing a verb. Here's an adverb describing an adjective. Famous. Famous is an adjective that describes the noun actor. How famous? Very famous. And then backstage and yesterday are adverbs that tell you where and when. So here's your questions you're going to ask: how, when, where, to what degree, or how much. We can look at sometimes no and not and the contraction NT are also adverbs. So my dad never loses his temper. He loses his temper how much? Never. Haven't you chosen the menu yet? How much have you? You have not. In the first example, you can see you're going to find the adverb that tells you, remember those questions: how, when, where, to what degree, or how much. How did it do it? And you're going to underline the adverb and draw a line to the word that the adverb describes. So, looking at number 1, or the example rather, the old city trolley rumbled steadily down the street. How did it rumble? It rumbled steadily. So the word that's the adverb is steadily. And often adverbs, especially those describing verbs, end in ly. Not always, but often. Steadily describes how it rumbled. So you can point the arrow to rumbled. Looking at number 1, my little sister regularly skips rope after school. I see that this adverb also ends in ly, regularly. How often does she skip rope? Regularly. So I can see that regularly describes skips. And I didn't choose the arrow key, so it's just a line, but that's okay. Number 2, corn harvest begins after the milk in the kernel finally becomes hard and the fodder is dry. When does it become hard? Here's my adverb again with an ly. Finally, it finally becomes hard. And my adverb is describing becomes. When does it become? It finally becomes. Here, my adverb in number 3 does not end with ly. The week after the forest fire, when the earth cools down, is often the best time to plant tree seedlings. Remember that your adverb can tell how much or when. It is often. And often is describing is. When you do this activity, don't forget to draw that arrow from the adverb to the word it describes. Here we're saying, when does it become? Whoopsies. It finally becomes. I think I still have it online instead of draw. There we go.